Hey, anglers worldwide, I'm Jabroni Joe, and in today's video, my buddy Jason and I are at a beautiful private pond on a windy fall morning, and we're gonna try and get on some big fish today. We're gonna have some issues with all the wind. I hate fishing in the wind, but you know what? We're gonna grind it out and see if we can come out on top with some good fish. Let's get to it, guys. Yeah, there's probably a windbreak on the other side of this. Fish on. First fish of the day. Oh, that's a chunky one too, on the froggy. Look at that, guys. Look at that frog deep in his mouth. Nice. Oh, look, this one's got some black spots. A big black spot right there. Nice. Whoo-wee, that's cool to see. Oh, what a way to start the morning. Beautiful fish. Short, but chunky, stubby little fish. Very nice. Back to the water. Okay. Oh guys, it's not quite so cold anymore. I got my blood pumping. Looks like Jason's over there getting his kayak out. We don't have a ton of time to fish today, so he must be wanting to cover a bunch of water and start landing fish. Now we're starting to get some serious sunlight. Right now is when that top water bite should really start to kick. Oh! Fish on. Oh no! I set the hook and it got away. Oh man, guys, how does that... Oh, he had a good hold of it. I set the hook like crazy. I'm not giving up. It's obvious that there's fish in this area. Fish on! God, it feels like a big fish. Oh yeah, that's a whale. Give me that mouth. Yeah, baby! Woo! Woo!
It's live and it's coming! Woo!
Look at that stud, guys. Holy moly. God, oh God almighty, guys. That's a big fish. God, we gotta get to the scale. We gotta get to the scale. Oh God almighty, guys. Look at that frog. Look at that frog. God almighty. Oh, what a good fish. What a damn good fish. Oh, we're in lunker land today. Okay. Scale is zeroed out. £4 pounds, 2 ounces. 4-pounder. God, baby. What a damn good fish. God, guys, what a fish. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this fish back in the water. Come on, big mama. There she goes. Oh guys, that was only our second fish. That was only fish number 2 of the day. We still got plenty of fishing to do. God almighty. This little pocket right here. After I missed a couple bites over here, I wondered if I should move on. Maybe if I had already spooked off all the fish, and then that happened. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, guys. I am definitely not cold anymore. Not even remotely chilly at all. So guys, what I'm specifically doing with this retrieve is actually I'm really kind of mixing it up. I don't have like a mechanical retrieve, or at least I try not to. I'll give it, 3 good pops in a row, let it sit, give it 1 really good pop, maybe give it a string of just one-off pops like I'm doing right now, give it lots of time to sit. I usually just play around until I figure out what it is the fish are responding to. This morning, I think that all 3 of my bites, or 4 of my bites, whatever it's been now, have come while I was giving the frog a little bit of pause. They seemed to hit it right when it was holding still, which is, not uncommon at all. So, once I get it in the sweet zone, if I overcast like I did there, I'll get it out into the water. Maybe I'll give it 1 or 2 good pops to get it away from the structure. Make it look like a frog that's, jumping out of the brush into the water. And then I'll give it some pause, and I'm giving it some pretty strong pops. This is a popping frog with a little lip in the front. So I give it a pretty strong pop. I'm trying to agitate a lot of water, especially with the wind moving so much today. I'm trying to draw attention to this frog. I am not an expert frog fisherman by any stretch of the imagination, but I have put a lot of time on the water with it this year, and I have learned a lot of things. So I just figured that I would share them with you guys, for those who may not have been well versed in frogs like I was at the beginning of the year. What? Fish on. Oh, that's a chunk. Woo, there we go, guys. Been a while.
Watching you catch
it. Woo. Oh, been a while since our last bite, but that's a good fish to make up for it.
That was shaped like a football.
Yeah, it is. My first one today was too.
How big was that first one?
Oh, that was my second one, the big one. That was 4 pounds, 2 ounces. She is big mama. I'm still looking for that new PB. I'm hoping to catch a 5 out here. Come on, there we go. Frog out of the mouth. Look at that, guys. Whew. That is a stud. Back to the water for this guy. Yeah, guys, it might be getting close to that time to rig into something besides the top water. With the day we've had already, I kind of feel like it might be a good idea to get jiggy with it. This pond has big fish, and I would really, really love to catch a new PB. My current PB is 4 pounds, 12 ounces. I caught that sucker way back in 2019 or 2020, maybe 2021. And that elusive 5 pound mark, it just stays away from me. I've caught plenty of fish in the high 4s, but I have never been able to break that 5 pound mark. And I keep calibrating my scale to make sure it's on point, and everything that I know to do to make sure your scale is working properly says that it's working properly. So just gotta wait for that 5 pound fish to come along and decide it's finally my lucky day. I've had a few folks tell me that because I'm having to wait so long to break the 5 pound mark, I'll probably break it hard with like a 6 or a 7. Would be nice. Not gonna lie, would be real nice. All right, here we come back for more. We are re-rigged up with a jig. See if there's any new fish waiting for us. This jig I have tied on, guys, is a handmade jig by a buddy of mine. You can watch his YouTube channel, The Funk E Fisherman. I'll link him in the description down below. He's a hell of a fisherman, hell of a guy. He bought the live scope last year, and he's been sticking some absolute giants with it. Caught a 10 pounder this past winter, and he was Angler of the Year in the Oklahoma Military Bass Club this year. He gave me these jigs a while back. It's been a few months, and man, these jigs have produced a lot of fish for me throughout this year. Trailer is a Z-Man Turbo Craw black and blue flake. Fish on. First cast over here with the jig. First cast over here with the jig. And there's a fish on. Aggressive little spot. Look at that jig. Aggressive little fish. It's my first cast over here with this jig.
Say what?
First cast over here with this jig. Oh, there we go. Back to the water.
10 bass over here.
Nice.
On 2.5.
Fish on. Definitely not as big as what we've been catching today, but hey, he's a fish. He's got a little mess up on his lip there. He might have been caught before. Might be more fish hanging out just right outside the mouth of this little pathway from pond to pond. Alright, here's a second pond, guys. We haven't shown this one very much love this morning, but there are some good fish in it. Time is dwindling. I just want one more fish. I like knowing when a fish is my last fish, you know? I like it when a fisherman gets to decide when he's leaving the water rather than the fish telling him when to leave the water. Alright guys, time to make our final casts. Fish on. On the last cast, guys. Don't you love it? Don't you love to see it? Not a huge fish, but he's the last fish of the day, which means he's not a bad one. Oh man, nice fish. Nice fish. Thank you so much, buddy, for being my last fish of the day. You go on and fatten up for the winter. You late?
No, I'm right on time.
Alrighty guys, so despite the heavy winds and the time constraints that Jason and I had to work with, we ended up both having a pretty good day out fishing. He says he caught over 10 fish, and a couple of them were about 3 or 4 pounds, so that was a great morning for him. And you guys saw that I caught a few fish, including that huge 4-pounder on the frog that absolutely made my morning. overall, spectacular day out on the water. With all of that being said, it is time to wrap up today's video. If you guys took the time to watch today, I want to say thank you and I love you. The support that you guys show me, I just can't express in words how much I really do appreciate it. If you guys would like to go that extra mile in helping out the channel, be sure to smash that like button and body slam a comment down in the comment section. And if you're not already, you got to super kick subscribe and ring that bell icon so that you can be notified when Jabroni Joe uploads new videos. I will catch all of you in the next one, and remember, if it ain't Joe, it's gotta go. Angler out.